also this will allow Facebook to let you guys know that I'm live. I did tell, I made a post that I was going to go live today. Not too long, but to give you guys an idea of how easy it is to use social media to build a business. Make sure that I can hear myself. If I can hear myself over here, I know you guys can hear me too. All right, yeah. And you guys can go ahead and ask questions in the chat. So I'm gonna wait a few minutes for more people to hop on. I know that I just made like a quick announcement. That's what I do. I'm super random when it comes to doing trainings and stuff like that. So if you guys, catch the ending of it, or you're working or something, you guys can catch the replay. So if you guys are watching live, give me some hearts and some likes. If you guys are watching the replay, put #replay. And I'm going to be teaching you guys how easy it is to use social media to build a business. It is 2026, so we are being pushed more and more to become our own boss. And a lot of people get scared because they fear that they're not going to be successful. However, it's still scary trying to look for a job out there, and people are saying that they're hiring, but they're not. And with AI and everything is just changing. It's smart for you to invest in a business, whether it's a side hustle, whatever it is. There's TikTok shop now. People are doing, Amazon, Walmart, any type of things, DoorDash, anything that you can try to be like a 1099, which you're self-contracted. That is a smart move, just in case the government wants to shut down again, and then you're working, you're not getting paid, or you can just be laid off. I've had multiple jobs in my life, and one of the jobs that I worked for was a call center, and one day they just fired an entire department, and I was one of them. And that's how I found out what even severance pay is. So jobs are not 100% stable. You can have one today and then be gone tomorrow. And also jobs, you can't will those down to your family. You can't pass that down to your spouse. You can't say, hey, if something happens to me, will my position be passed down to my husband, my wife, or my kids? Working a 9-to-5 does not give you that privilege, opposed to opening up a business, investing in something. And guys, nowadays, you can invest in a business selling a service or a product, and they're not expensive to get started. And I feel because they're not expensive to invest, to sign up or enroll, whatever you want to call it, people don't take it serious. But for someone like me, I've been job free for 7 years. I quit my job during an entire pandemic while everyone was freaking out trying to find out when they're going to go back to work, when COVID was going to, that this quarantine was going to be lifted and stuff like that. Maybe I had a midlife crisis at the age of 35, but that gave me the opportunity, to quit my job and go 100% full-time entrepreneur. And I've been with my company, my first company, ever since then. And then since then, it's allowed me to change the lives of many people, just because I simply share the service, share a product. And because I do so using social media, it's taken me to where I'm in Florida, and I have members and clients that are in Puerto Rico, Hawaii, New York, everywhere in nationwide. So, and it's all because of social media. And people use social media on a daily basis. We market things on a daily basis for free. Every single day we're marketing something. We're literally walking billboards, from the car that we drive, from the phone that we use, the restaurants that we go to, the coffee that we drink, the clothes that we wear. We're literally walking billboards, and we share these services and brands and stuff like that for free. And if you're one of those and you're saying, well, I don't wear brand clothes, that's not me. You still have a car, you still wear shoes, you're still marketing in some type of way. Okay, you have a cell phone, either whether it's Apple or Samsung, you're still promoting that product, right? So what I'm going to be talking about today, it's really simple. It's not anything that I haven't taught before. And people think that what I do is so hard, but it really isn't. The hardest part is just pretty much being consistent when it comes to talking about your business. People will talk about their business on a daily basis, and those are the ones that are successful because they're so passionate about what they do. I'm in that category that we want our faces to be out there. We want to share what we offer to as many people as possible. And whether you like me or not, or you agree with what I do or not, someone is going to need the service. Okay? So what I'm going to show you guys today, how simple it is to invest in a business, what to look for. So the first thing when you want to do when you're starting a business, so let's put start biz, okay, and we're going to use social media. And sorry for my serial killer handwriting. We get used to this texting and stuff like that. So if you guys are watching this right now, go ahead and give me some hearts and some likes. It is going to be on my page for the next 30 days. So the first thing you want to look for when you're starting a business is a business to invest in. Okay? There's businesses that start as low as $50 and some start around $200. If any, we have low ticket sales and high ticket sales. Usually the high ticket sale companies, it's a more larger investment, but for you selling one product, it's you make more commission. So what I'm going to be showing you today is commission based. Okay, it's sales. Whether you work at a car dealership or you're in real estate, you're a broker, anything that has to do with you actually making a sale, you make a commission right back. And if you guys are not sure what that is, we're pretty much the middle person, right? When you're in a traditional business, you invest in a building, you invest in sometimes the land, but you also have to invest in the inventory, your employees, uniforms for your employees, electricity, water, everything to make your business grow, right? So a traditional business can start off at like $50,000, depending on what you're looking for. And like I said, you have to get the building, we got walls, building, your employees, some put people, the list goes on, right? To start a traditional business is close to $50,000, all right? If I'm wrong, then put it in the chat. To start a business online, a network marketing business, direct sales, we call it sometimes. We call it affiliate marketing. There's many names for it. You can even say you do referrals, whatever. It's all the same thing. But when you invest in a direct business, network marketing business, even an MLM, okay, people are scared of MLM because of the structure. Well, your job is also a pyramid. Pick your pyramid. So it's called any of these. To invest in them, it's probably going to be between $50 and $200. And that's pretty much to become part of the company. Some companies, they already have the service or product that they offer included to become an associate. Some companies, they rather have you purchase the memberships or the service, and then there's a one-time referral, there's a one-time fee to become an associate, an affiliate, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. right? So the difference between this one and this one is that you have to invest in a lot more. So of course, if you're going to invest in a traditional business, a lot of people think, well, it costs a lot more. You're going to want to, put more time into it, give it more love, market it, promote it, stuff like that. In 2026, you are still going to have to market and promote your traditional business on social media. Why? Because social media is where everyone goes. We go there even for news, for entertainment, to see what's just going on in the world. So when I started a network marketing business in 2019, in 2020, a lot of people were making fun of me because I was making content, because I'm in my late 30s, and people don't do that. However, now I have friends that have a traditional business, and if they don't make content, if they're not making videos promoting their business, they're going to be out of business, because that's just how it is, whether you like it or not. So I literally have friends that are in real estate, they are barbers. I have friends all over the place, and they have to promote their business. If they don't, no one knows that your business even exists. Okay? So to start up an online business, it ranges between $50 to $200. You guys already know a traditional business around $50K. So it's already more convenient to have an online business. Why? Because you are pretty much, I don't say contracted, because you're not contracted by the company. You're a 1099 contractor, meaning you're self-employed. But it just makes more sense, because when you're doing any type of affiliate marketing, direct sales, there's a product, there's a service it's already made. It's already been invented. It works. It's been around for a long time. So after you locate, a business to invest, these are the things that you want to look for when you're going to invest in something. All right, so you want to make sure that they have a product or a service. A product or a service is the best way to go. Of course, there's people that do wellness, they do travel, and all those are great too. Actually, I have a lot of friends that do great in travel. So I'm going to put travel in there too, because I know it's pretty well. You save money, you save people money here. Okay? You give them discounts, stuff like that. If you guys are interested in the travel industry, I know a couple people that do amazing, and they can mentor you on there. Boom. So when you are going to invest in a business online, network marketing, direct sales, MLM, you want to make sure that they have a product or a service. Okay, a lot of people think that MLM is a pyramid scheme. It's not. If you look at a pyramid, everything's a pyramid, even a pizza. Okay, let's put this as a pizza. This is your job, and this is an MLM. A lot of people have bad taste about MLM because it's multi-level marketing. And all that is the business structure. It doesn't mean anything. Not the person on the top gets the most. No. Why? Because we all start at the bottom. I started at the bottom. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. This is the crust of the pizza. And the only reason why I'm putting pizza here is just give me a chance. So when you start with an MLM, just like you start with the job, we start at the very bottom, which is an associate. We still make some type of commission, and these are our ranks. Okay, you start as an employee, and here, let's say promotions. So sorry for my drawing, but you guys get the point, all right? So we got the crust, pizza, we got the employee, and we have the associate. This is for an MLM or network marketing, and this is for your 9-to-5 job, whatever you want to call it. We all start an associate. Every time we get a sale, we make a commission. Each network marketing company their commission structure is different. Some of them pay you daily, some of them pay you weekly. You also want to make sure that when you invest in a business online, that they're not only paying you once for every single customer you bring in, but you're also making residual income. So right here, you're able to make residual. At your job, you only get paid one time. And that's even including commission, because I've worked commission jobs too, and I would make a sale plus commission for that sale, but there's no ongoing money. You only get paid once. It's called linear income, okay? Linear income, you only get paid for one time. You go to work, let's say you work a front cashier, you just have customers all day, because what's the difference between having a business and a job? You actually have a price tag on you. I don't. Okay? When I worked at Cricket Wireless, I was making $12 an hour plus commission. Here, I've been with an MLM and direct sales for 7 years, and I make my commission plus residual plus team sales. So I get paid 3 times. And I have 2 businesses. So I have multiple streams of income. I have 2 ways of residual income, and I have money literally coming in every single day and week because of the commission structure on my companies. When you have multiple jobs, you're still getting paid one time. One time. Okay? Now, the pizza's still here. It's here for a reason. Now, when you have a network marketing company, MLM, direct sales, we have ranks. So you can go from associate to whatever they say, manager. And then we have senior manager. It can say, let's say, direct senior, which is what one of my ranks are in one of my companies. My other company, I'm CEO Infinity 3 times. So that means I made that rank 3 times. Here, you can be manager at a 9 to 5, maybe a area manager, but at the very toppity top here is the CEO. Here is just the top rank. Okay. Here, when you have an online business, you're part of MLM, you're part of network marketing, you have the opportunity to go to any rank you desire. The money is unlimited. The potential of income is unlimited. You can make it to the tippity top of the rank. CEO Infinity 3 times. I've made it 3 times. That's the top of our rank. Okay? The only one that was stopping me is me. CEO, I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to become CEO. You can probably get a promotion to like area manager, which I was one time. Maybe you'll get promoted to, if you work at a franchise, maybe you'll go to corporate, something, but you will never, ever make it to CEO. You will never make it to here. Unless you purchase that and you get that CEO out and you buy that company, or you not even partner, but you buy that company, you will never hit CEO. I can hit my rank up top many, many times. I can teach people how to hit that rank up there many, many times. I've had multiple people on my team surpass me and hit that rank before I did many, many times. The difference between having a business, you have complete control of the hours you put in. You have complete control how much money you want to put in your pocket. You have control how fast, how slow you want to build your business and hit it to the top rank of this pyramid, right? This pyramid, you can probably bust your ass for years and years and years and years, and until they probably feel that you are right for that position or right for that promotion, you're not going to make it there. You might find even someone that started their job position after you, and they think that that person's more qualified than you, right? So they dictate your promotion, they dictate your money, how much you're going to give yourself a raise, Over here, I have control of my own raise. I have control of which rank I want to go to. I can put on the board, today I want to get 3 signups to hit this rank, or I want to make this much money this month. I control everything when I have a network marketing business. Somebody else controls you when you work at your job. So that's this pyramid, okay? And of course, I just put pizza here because pizza, the slice looks like a pyramid, and you just get to choose which one you want. At the end of the day, I'm always going to choose this one because I'm not going to allow someone to dictate how much I make when I get clocked in, clocked out. I mean, you might go ahead and argue with me and say, well, my job, I've been with it for 30, 40 years. Yeah, but I was able to retire before I was 40 years old. I get to work from home from anywhere, and I get to teach other people how to do this. I give people multiple streams of income, multiple ways on how to grow, multiple, time freedom. Here, you have to ask someone if you can go get some water. So that's the difference when it comes to pyramids. If you guys are just hopping on, you'll want to watch the beginning of that. So that's just giving you a little perspective when people say that, oh, this is a pyramid scheme. Everything's a pyramid, not a scheme, okay? Because we do live in the States and I pay my taxes. We get a 1099 every single year, and I have to for sure do my taxes. I have my own tax person. And even one of my companies now teaches you how to do your own taxes. All right, so biz to invest, product. So let me go back to product and service. Now, when you invest in a business, you want to look for if they have a product or a service. Why? Because we are in the industry of network marketing. We're in the industry of pretty much serving other people. What can I do for you? What do you have? What service or product do you have that can be a solution to someone else's problem? Okay, people come into network marketing, they're like, I want to make all this money, and the main thing people say is I want financial freedom. I want time freedom. But what you really should be focusing on is how many people's lives can you change? With your service or your product, what's your solution to somebody else's problem? How many people can you help? What does your product do for me? What does your solution do? What does your service do for me? If you guys been following me for a long time, I have over 200K followers on this page. If you guys been following me, for the last 7 years, my product, my main solution right here was to give you guys financial education. I teach you guys how to fix your own credit. I don't fix it for you, but there is a program that I share with you guys. I share on social media. I've used the program myself, which is really important. If you guys are going to sell a product online, you need to use it yourself. Because if you don't believe in the product, no one's going to want to buy from you. Just think about it. What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite song? What's your favorite restaurant? Would you promote your favorite restaurant if they were to give you money? If they were to give you some type of incentive? Hey, every time 3 people come in and they say your name and they purchase this entree, you get a free drink or you get a free entree. What if you invest in a company and all you're doing is sharing their service and their product that's been around for years, by the way. Every product and service that I share with you guys has been around longer than me. Okay? So you want to make sure that you use the service or the product yourself so you can become more of a believer. So when you're speaking to someone, you're not, well, let me go ahead and get back to you. Let me contact my upline. No, this is your product. This is your business. In anything that you're going to invest in, if I'm going to put $1 in, you damn know for sure I'm going to know what the hell I'm promoting out there. So I have used the services before. Okay. For 7 years, I've been sharing a financial education program. I've helped thousands of people learn how to fix their own credit, how to they became homeowners. They got brand new cars. I've even been invited to, parties, their welcome home parties. I've sent multiple of my members welcome home gifts because why? I share a solution to their problem. What's their problem? They have bad credit. They have bad credit. What's my solution? I have a step-by-step DIY credit program that will show you literally step by step. It's their video modules, because I'm a visual person and I've used it. It helped me remove like $50,000 of my own debt, okay? Which is how I was able to get my car, my mom's condo, our house, many things, credit cards, because of the program that I used, and I started sharing it with social media. How did I start sharing it with social media? I talked about it. I watched the videos. Hey, this video shows you how to dispute negative items. And you do it like this. The videos are only like 2 minutes long. So if you don't have time, this training is probably going to be longer than the duration of those videos. And you know what? We also have, I actually have one right here. We actually have the pre-written letters that come with the DIY credit program. So you don't even have to, figure out what you're going to write to the credit bureaus because it's already done for you. And it can save you money because a lot of these companies or even individuals that you might know that fix credit, they charge $3,000, $5,000, and then you are still at a $500. I've seen people go from a 520 to an 850 credit score in literally 5 to 6 months because they use this program. Boom. Every single time someone signs up to use my DIY credit program, the company pays me a commission. Okay? You pay the company for the program to use. All I'm doing is sharing it. I didn't invent it. I didn't create it, but I invested in the company that did. I share it with you guys by making posts on how to not ignore your debt. I share it by giving you guys free tips. I share what I've learned from the videos or the letters, and I write it down. I literally make posts. I post all day. I make posts all day about the product. Hey, you guys have to check this out. You could dispute up to 10 items at once with these letters. All you have to do is put your information where the red is. Everything is literally, it's done for you. Your name, your address, your city. All you have to do is just read it, change the ink to black, send it up to the credit bureaus, allow them to do their thing. They have 30 days by law. How do I know that? Because I watched the videos. 30 days by law. If they don't provide you actual proof, then they have to remove the items by law. So because my first company has an actual program, I share the value. I share how it can help other people that need help with their credit, right? So when I signed up with this company, I got my own referral link. So anytime someone signs up using my referral link, they put in their information. I don't see shit, okay? I don't see anything. So when you've seen fake profiles ask you for Zelle or Cash App or anything, that's not me. I send you an actual referral link that the company will give you. Any company that you sign up with, not just mine, any legitimate company will give you your own referral link so you can share it with people when they're ready to sign up. They sign up, they're paying the company. They're not paying me directly. Okay, so if someone signs up with my company to use the DIY credit program, they're paying their enrollment fee to the company. The company then recycles that money, puts it back into the company, and that's how they're able to distribute the commissions. And I'm not the only one that does this. Okay, network marketing, they pay out billions of dollars a year. It's one of the biggest industries in the world, and they pay billions of dollars a year. There are people in all types of ranks and doing things. They make money part-time, full-time, anytime. But network marketing is the biggest industry in the world. They pay billions out. So when someone signs up, they're paying the company. The company then invests that money back into the company, and that's how they're able to distribute the commission. So I get paid a commission, right? And then if you decide you want to do the same thing, then you'll get your own referral link. Actually, when you sign up right away to use the program, you probably already have a referral link. So if you decide you want to share it with someone, hey, Barbara, I've been using this service and it helped me finally remove that stupid bankruptcy that I had there. Now, Barbara wants to know how you did it. You can give Barbara your referral link. She signs up. She gets the product. She can work on her credit. Now the company just paid you a commission because you brought them customers. That's all it is. A traditional way to promote a company is when these companies would pay thousands of dollars to have a commercial where we see it on TV or billboard or radio. This way, it's a lot cheaper for the company to do it, and it's giving people a way to make money. They're employing people. All we have to do is literally sell their product. Oh, well, Kat, I'm not good at selling. Learn what you invested in. 9 out of 10 times people, they fail at network marketing or any type of sales because they're so stuck on, I don't know how to sell. What if no one buys? You have a product. Find a solution to someone's problem. Okay? So, find a solution to someone's problem. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Erase it. I'm going to keep this part up there. Which brings me to the next one, which I already talked about. Once you find a solution to someone's problem, use it. Use it yourself. Let me change that. It looks like a G. So use it yourself, guys. Use it yourself. Oh, I don't have to fix my credit. I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language, but I don't care. If you're going to sell something, at least know what it gives, what it offers. I don't care if your credit score is an 850. Not everybody scores an 850. I've spoken to people that have like a 300, a 400. Kat, I need to fix my credit because my promotion at my job or my position at my job, they're going to take it away because I have a late payment on there and I need to remove it. So there are jobs that will rank you based on your credit. So just, even if you don't have to use it, other people need it. So if you don't need to use the product or the service, educate yourself. What does it offer to other people? Back to a solution to someone else's problem. You didn't sign up for a business for it to fix your solution. People don't care what it did for you. They want to know what it can do for them. Can this product get me into a brand new house? Can this product help me lose some weight? Can this product help me, save some money? That's all people care about is what your product, what your service can do for them. All right? Use it yourself. Become a solution to someone else's problem. Someone else, not yours. People don't give a shit about you. They want to know what you have to offer to them, which is why I've been so successful in this industry because I focus on other people. I try to see how many people I can help with this, because I know, especially all the people that I have spoken to throughout the years, they've been affected by COVID. They've lost their job. People get sick. So when I share content and people are in the comments and they say, oh, stop being lazy, you're teaching people how not to, pay back. No, correction. This is a solution to many people that go through financial, they just go through financial crap. Maybe they got sick. Maybe they lost their job. Maybe they got laid off. COVID was a huge one. So I don't prejudge. Whatever you did with your finances in the past, that's what it is. This will teach you things that we didn't even learn in school. So that's why I share it. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why, how many people can I help with this? And by helping people, the company pays me every single time I helped someone. I educated someone. I taught someone that there is a cheaper way to get to their goal. Okay? If you need whatever you need to do, I have that. So when you're going to start a business, invest, because invest is very important. A lot of people are like, well, why do I have to pay to start a business? The same way you needed to buy those non-slip shoes to be able to work. The reason why you had to purchase that shirt so you can clock in. You always are investing at your job. Why not invest in your business? And like I said, they have startup fees. They're not that expensive. I would say do a subscription based. This is another one. I hope I spelled that right. I don't know. Subscription based. We start getting a little more dumb when we have these devices, because they do spell check. And not even so. There's times when I know I spell a word correctly and my phone is still telling me it's incorrect. But all right, so you want to go to sub-based businesses, meaning there's a membership involved. Just like there's gym memberships, you have your Netflix, you have your Prime, you have your Disney Plus, your insurance, anything that is subscription based in a business, you want to get involved in. Why? Because this is where your residual income comes in. Residual. And what residual is, it's also passive income. You get paid for the lifetime of the member. So every time, whether you go to the gym or not, like, sometimes I go, sometimes we don't go for months, but LA Fitness is definitely getting our $50 a month. It actually came out. They make a residual. So they get paid for the life of the customer, right? So that's why I said when you invest in a business, you want to make sure that you get paid more than once. When you go to your job, you get paid once for the work that you did, and that's it. You go to work, you get paid. You don't go to work, you don't get paid. When you do a MLM, network marketing, direct sales, you want to do it a subscription based, because not only are you getting paid for the sign up, but now you're getting paid for the monthly, okay? The customer pays the monthly subscription so they can use the service or the product. And every time they pay the company their monthly subscription, just like a gym, just like Prime, just like Netflix, Hulu, I have a whole bunch of subscriptions coming out this week. All those people are making money off of me because I'm using the service, right? So the same thing when you invest in a business, you want to make sure that it's subscription based. Because for the life of that member, and I have members that have had the DIY program for that long, just because, life happens and they need to dispute something, or they need to, whatever it is, but they have the services, or maybe they just think I'm cool. I don't know. But anytime that they need the service, they can just log back in and use it. So you want to make sure that it's subscription based, so that way this residual right here is what's going to help you create wealth. Okay? You get paid for work that you did one time. However, you're building your clientele, you're building your business, you're building your customers because you're sharing a product and they're paying their monthly. So every time they pay their monthly to the company will pay you your residual income. All right. Let me clean this up a little bit. So if you guys are looking at this, take a screenshot. So you want to go to a subscription-based company. You want to make sure that you're not only getting paid one time, but you're getting paid multiple times. Now you're probably wondering, well, when are you going to get to the social media part? I mean, I've kind of been talking about it in between, but I'll get to it in a little bit. I just want you guys to understand that everything you get access to, the opportunities that you put yourself in when you invest in a business that pays you residual. So you want it to be a subscription-based company. So that way you can make residual. It's kind of like, it's like when an artist makes a new song or a movie or something like that. Every time they play it in the radio or you watch it on TV, they get paid royalties. So you can say residual income is like royalties. Okay, but the difference here is that they make like in cents or whatever. But here, your residual income starts to grow as your clientele starts to grow, your business starts to grow, your team starts to grow. So this opens up a lot of doors right here. An online business, it opens up a lot of doors. Now, if you guys are getting any value out of this, if you guys are on the live right now, just put a 1 down below. And if you guys are watching the replay, just put #replay. Again, this is going to be on my page for like the next 30 days. I'll probably download it if any of you guys want to watch the replay. So when you start a business, look for something that has a product or a service. It's a solution to someone else's problem. It's subscription based because that will give you residual income. You can start building your passive income, and this is something that you can will down to your family. So a business, so you can will this down. You can will this down to your family, your spouse, kids, pets. I don't care who you want to will it down to. You can't do that with a job. You can will this business down to your family. So God forbid something happens to you, they will continue to receive the residuals as time passes, depending on how big you want this to be. Now, if you treat your business like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby. If you treat it like an actual business, then you're going to get paid like a business. You're going to have clientele. I have customers that always come back to me. Maybe they can't pay their monthly membership for a little bit, but they always come back to me. So you will build a loyal clientele depending on how you do treat them and how you do represent yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're not only representing the business, the company that you're with, but yourself, but you have to be consistent with it. Now, if you guys got all this, I'm going to go ahead and erase it, and then we're going to get into the social media part of what you guys probably wanted to see. But I could not start the social media part if I don't talk about the basics, which is you starting a business and how to. And if you missed that part, you guys can go and rewatch the beginning of it. All right. Now, Build a biz using social media. All right, so build a biz using social media. We already went through the basics where you pick a business. It has to have a product or a service. It has to be a solution to somebody else's problem. Okay, I use the DIY credit program as an example, but I have another company as well, and that one also saves you money, saves you time, gives you access to a lawyer 24/7 pretty much in your area for anything. Okay, you don't have to have a lawyer because you do bad things, just bad things happen to bad people. So that's another solution to people's problem. People wait last minute to look for a lawyer or hiring a lawyer. That's $300-400 an hour. People don't have that money. So with my other company, I am able to offer you guys an affordable way to have access to the justice system in the palm of your hand. So those two companies, they paid me residual. They pay me to help them grow their company. So how to build a business on social media. Number one, you have to talk about your business. Okay, how do you talk about your business? If you guys were on the first half of this training, then you would already have the answer to that. Use the services. If you don't have to use a service, educate yourself on what it is. Okay? So have to talk about it. If you don't post about your business, people don't know about it. People don't know that you're part of a business. Oh, but I don't want people to see that I'm in a business. Then you don't belong here. Straight up. If you are so worried about what other people think or say, or you're going to allow someone to control your social media, then don't even sign up. Because this is for people that want more, they want better, they're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. They want to get out of that struggle, and they want something that they can call their own. We want to help people. We like helping people. We network all the time. We use social media so we could, as our office, to build our business. So you have to talk about it. Posts that you can use are tips. Give people tips for free. I'm doing this training right now for free. No one's paying me for this. I'm doing this. This is my own time. Okay? Tips. Make posts of what your product does. Use testimonials. Oh, but Kat, I just started my business. I don't have any testimonials. Yes, you do, because you're not the first person in the business. There's other customers that have been using your service, that have been using your product. Share those testimonials. Social proof is very important. Okay? Social proof. I always tell my team, even if people didn't sign up with you, they still signed up with our product. They still signed up with our service. They signed up with someone that also shares it, and they're seeing results. That's definitely something to celebrate. So you want to post testimonials. You want to post social proof of how this works. Give people tips for free. No agenda. Just go ahead and be like, hey, did you know that if you use this product, it can help you lose this much weight? For disclaimer purposes, I would say, I have clients that have been able to lose 15 pounds in like 2 months or whatever healthy. I don't know how healthy that is, but for you wellness people, you guys get it. This person was able to bring up their credit from here to here. Let me show you how. You don't have to give them the entire blueprint, but at least give them, I tell people, the steps what to do on how to fix their credit, build their credit. And then I say, if you want to make sure you do this correctly, I have a DIY that has a visual that can show you how to do it to make sure you do this the right way. So you can give people tips. You know, the company's not going to choke you for it. We want you to not gatekeep. We want you to let people know that this service and this product can help you like this. If you're in the travel industry, well, you know, if you are part of this company, you can save XYZ amount of money on hotels, on travel. I do it all the time, you know. Or if you haven't traveled, you can say, people on my team or my company all the time are traveling and they're saving this much money. But you have to put it on paper. You have to put it on social media. Like, wow, what's a good, let me see a good post that I can put up there. So right now, I get a lot of messages from people getting sued by debt collectors. Okay, in 2026, there's no exact number, but there's going to be millions of lawsuits going on in 2026 because people are ignoring their debt or putting it in the back burner. So right now, I'm trying to help people understand that they could get this taken care of if they have someone that knows their laws. So I can say, do not ignore. You probably guys seen this too. Ignore your debt. And then I'll post something like, this is what you can do. And then in the comments, I'll let them know what they can do. And I'll give them tips, things, advice for them to take care of this. So don't, things like that. Or like, for my credit people, I'll say, this one's really popular that I post this. If I was going to start with a 425 score again, and I wanted to go to a 750 in a few months, and then I'll put, this is what I would do, and then check in the comments, and in the comments, I let them know what I would do. So I do give people tips and stuff like that. And if they want more information, I give them what's called a call to action. Send me a message saying legal if you need information on my prepaid legal service, or message me credit if you need more details on my DIY credit program. But if you guys have been following me, you know that I talk about the services and the products, and I give tips every single day. You have to show up every single day and talk about your business. Not sounding like a robot, but giving people genuine tips. And the only way that you're going to be able to give them actual information on what you offer is if you educate yourself on your product or service. And I'm going to keep going back to that because that's what made me successful. There's many people that they share the business part of the company, and that's great. You can make this much money on a week, and you can. I've made thousands of dollars weekly. But when people sign up and they just see a dollar sign and they don't know what exactly they're supposed to be selling, that's where the discouragement comes, and people start saying that MLM is a scam. It's not. The company's not a scam. MLM is not a scam. It's just a structure, okay? Just like your job is a structure. That's like saying your job is a scam because you were hoping to get that promotion and they gave it to Jimmy and not to you. Is your job a scam? No, it's not. But it's the same thing. If you're not educated the right way on how to sell your product, how to introduce your opportunity, no one's going to want to buy from you. Okay, you have to be genuine, you have to be yourself. The business part, yes, but I have trained my team and they've done multiple six figures. I've trained them to how many people can I help? How many people can I share this service with, this digital program? You know, how many people? Because people do need this. So we are here to educate you guys. We are here to share this. Anytime someone has come to me, I want to know, have I ever sounded like a salesperson? Have I ever sound pitchy? Of course, I had a couple of a-holes in my inbox say, you don't have to give me your pitch. And I would get insulted because I'm like, I'm not pitching you shit. I'm educating you on what I offer because I don't need you to sign up. And then when this is not what you expected, you go ahead and cancel. So no, you're going to listen to exactly what we offer to make sure that this is right for you. Because I rather give you the information and then you can say, maybe not right now, this is not for me, than me just go ahead and throw a link at you because I'm trying to make commission. And then you sign up and then you cancel 5 minutes later. I'm not here for that. So if you know exactly what you're selling, you're not going to be sound salesy or pitchy or scammy or anything. All you're doing is just trying to educate someone. Hey, this can help you with your problem. You have a headache? Here, I have a solution. This product helps. I've used it for, that's just an example. I don't sell something for headaches. But if you know exactly what you're selling, it's kind of like you purchase, coffee, and it's your favorite coffee. Why is it your favorite coffee? Well, it gives me energy, doesn't give me any crashes. I usually get it with light ice, oat milk, because I can't drink, a 2% milk. And you should try it this way. Or if you don't like this flavor, they have these flavors here. I don't work for Starbucks, but I know exactly how to tell people, hey, try this one, because that's the coffee that I get, which is, Lauren knows it better than I do. I think it's like an espresso something. I don't know. She knows what I like, but you guys get my drift. If you guys know what you're talking about when you educate yourself on what a service or a product is, that can be anything. Why do you have your car? Why did you choose that car? Is it automatic or manual? Does it have leather seats or not? Does it go fast or no? What's your preference? I like BMWs. Somebody else might not like it, but why do I have mine? Because it's a sexy car, right? But when you feel that confidence on what you're selling, what you're offering to people, you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm not a salesperson. Neither am I. I just know exactly what I offer to people and how it can help others. That's all I do. And I put it on paper. Instead of talking to people word of mouth, I put it on social media. I say, hey, you guys got to check this out. This program can teach you all of this. I've seen what it can do. Until you actually are your own testimonial, you can use other people's. I've seen what it can do for my team. I've seen what it did for this person or it did for that one. That shake, that weight loss shake, I haven't used it yet, but I see people on my team taking it and it's helped them lose weight. Stuff like that. So you want to share testimonials because I think that's really important. Another thing, every company that is legit, they're going to have trainings. Okay, they're going to have trainings. My companies, we have trainings all the time. We have Super Saturdays, which is when the entire company gets together and we talk about any new promotions or changes we're going to do with the company. We also have training. So if you are kind of, lost and you're not sure where to get started, you could, show up to a training. We do trainings all the time. I allow my team to use any content that I have on my page as their own. Just don't share it. And when I mean don't share it, as in, if you're on my team, don't share a post right off of my page, because I don't want people to click on it, leave your page, and then you lose a prospect. So I want to make sure you get your commission. But yeah, guys, it's simple like that. You just talk about it on social media. That's it. We share stupid shit all the time on social media. Post stuff that you post on purpose, and it's going to help somebody else. That's all I do all day. If you guys go check on my page, I'm constantly sharing tips. Where do you think I got those tips from? From watching the videos, from educating myself on the product or the service. So again, that's all it is. We're here to educate other people on how this service or product can help them. How can it better their lives? And all you need to do is just post about it, talk about it. Okay? It's super simple. You can, instead of you saying, I can't stand, posting about drama, I can't stand that girl, she was, she skipped me at the Wendy's, I'ma beat her butt. Post something like, hey, did you know that there is a service, program, product that can, and then you just fill in the blank, can save you money on a lawyer, can teach you how to fix your credit, can save you hundreds of dollars if you use this discount on travel. You know that there's a service that can help you lose weight in 2 months. What else? Because right now the biggest things that people are selling online is financial education, the prepaid legal service, travel, wellness. Those are like the main ones that I see a lot of people investing in right now. So I would say invest in one of those. Okay? And then educate yourself on what it is. Just like going to school. You don't go to school to be a surgeon, and just because you enroll, they're going to give you a certificate. If you go to school to be a brain surgeon or a doctor, what do you have to do? You have to study. You have to practice. Okay, this is not going to happen overnight. People say it's easy. It could be easy. People overcomplicate it. It could be easy. And we all help each other out. It's not like you sign up with me and then I ghost you. I can't ghost you. I go online every day. I post every day. It's very hard for me to post, to ghost you. We have team chats. We have team groups. One of my companies, the first company, we have 17,000 members in our Facebook group. My other company, I think we have 19 or 20,000 members in that group. And we also have events. When you invest in an online business, let me put it in here, invest. So when you invest in an online business, you're part of a team, right? You're not by yourself. We have trainings. We have a group. We also have chats, team chats, and member chats. So we have a chat for our team and we have a chat for our members. We have a community. We have events where I also train. I have trained at some events. We just have a big community. So when you invest in a business, you're not just investing in yourself. You're part of a team. You're part of a family. You want to make sure that it is a product or a service that helps somebody else. Network marketing, literally the first word is network. You have to speak to people. You have to network. Okay? You can simply go to someone in the grocery store and say nice shoes and spark up a conversation like that. And if you're like, some people, I get shy sometimes, believe it or not. So this marker is crazy. Some people don't believe me when I say that I'm an introvert because I do trainings like this and I do so well, but it's because I'm passionate. I know what I'm talking about. I don't get shy over something that I have invested my time in to educate myself. So when people, when people ask me what it is, I feel confident enough to be like, well, it's this, and this is how it can help you. This is how, I can teach you how to do this. So that's it. You just have to, you can post about it on a daily basis. We have Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, we have Instagram, we have what's called Clapper, which is upcoming, but it got more popular when TikTok had that ban, but I use it as a backup. Talk about your business on Facebook. Talk about your business on TikTok. Talk about your business on YouTube. Talk about your business on Instagram. Talk about your business on Clapper. Talk about your business, face to face. People ask me what I do every day. I tell them, I teach people how to fix their own credit, or I save people money by offering them a prepaid legal service that's about $1 a day. So they get access to a lawyer 24/7 in the palm of their hand. It's on their phone. You download an app and you can call them. I mean, Lauren spoke to our lawyer today. She had a question, and we scheduled a call with them. They called us on Thursday, and they said the lawyer will call you on Monday. And they called her earlier today, and she spoke to her lawyer, and they gave her that whatever. She's literally called our lawyer through this company more times than I have, but hey, it helps her. And we get unlimited calls, so she can call the law firm anytime she wants. So yeah, guys, using social media is like your new resume. It's like your new office, okay? It's where we go. Just like a lot of you guys, especially you guys that are brand new to my page, you've probably been scrolling and trying to figure out who the hell I am. Your Facebook becomes your resume. So when they go on your page and they start to see that, oh, you offer this program, what are the 5 tips that this person is talking about? They're going to go through your page. They're going to see what you're about. They're going to ask you what your service is or what your product is. And you can say, oh, well, I teach people how to do this. I educate people. I can save you money. I give you I give you access to this. And all you have to do is just use social media like your business card. Use social media as your business card. Use it as a place to where you want to educate people. I'm going to delete this. I see people, they sign up with a business and they don't talk about it, and they don't tell people what they have to offer. They don't share the value. I do on a daily basis. I share, hey, what's up? I share the value of what my product or my service offers, and I do it all on social media. So when people, they go to my page and the first thing they see me say is, good morning, everyone. That's right there. That's for me to engage with them. Okay. That's an engagement. You want to also engage with your audience. You build trust. So when they are ready to sign up and use your service or your product, they go back to you. Make your page, make them feel good. People go to my page and they see, positive posts. I don't tell people my business. Keep it drama free. Not everyone needs to know your business or, who your baby daddy left you for and stuff like that. Treat your Facebook as your business card. Okay? Facebook is your business card where you talk about positive stuff. Good morning, I hope you have a good day. And then your next post is, 5 ways to lose weight. Give them 5 ways to lose weight. And then at the end, by the way, I have this, my milkshake or pills, whatever it is, you can put it in there if you need more information. And then you do a call to action. Call to action can be, message me wellness for more information. Message me shake for more information. Just one word. So when they message you, you know exactly what to say. And a lot of teams, my team, we use scripts. So when you guys message me for information, I do send you guys a script. It is me messaging you. I message everyone personally. It's not AI or anything like that. So if you guys ask a question off script, of course I'll answer it. But we have scripts that we send off to our prospects and leads. It makes it a lot easier. And when you are someone like me that has hundreds of messages in their inbox on a daily, and not just this Facebook account, but my other Facebook account, having scripts it kills time. It saves time. So work smarter, not harder. So when you sign up with someone, ask them, hey, do you have any scripts that can help me send to people when they ask me for information? One of my companies, we have videos, we have flyers, we have content you can use, videos for anything. So if someone is interested in a service, you can send them a video. Hey, when can you watch this video? I'll send it to you. It's like 12 minutes long. It's great information. And then I'll reach back out. So you're taught all of this. It's just you doing your part and using social media so you can talk about your product. So at the end of the day, the whole goal is to talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, no one is going to know about it. And that's with anything. Just think about something that you really enjoy in life. If you like to go run, if you like running, then maybe look into the wellness. And then you can use your product or your service. And then you can say, hey, today I did 7 miles, and I used this supplement. It was awesome. And it helped me lose 5 pounds. But you have to use it. Use the service, use the product. So that way you can believe in it, and it makes it a lot easier for you to share with people. And then just put it on social media. Put it on social media. Talk about it on social media. If you guys go on my page, you guys will see that I talk about my services all the time, every single day. You guys show up to work every single day. I show up to social media every day. That's my job. My job is to share the value with you guys. And when you need it, I send you my link. You sign up. The company pays me a commission. You pay the company. The company pays me a commission. So they recycle it right back. They invest it back into the company, and then they paid their associates. Trust me, with network marketing, they're never going to run out of money. It's literally $1 billion industry. We just need people that actually want to show up and share the product, share the service. And, all we're doing is helping the business grow. And in return, they're giving us a commission. Many companies, many industries are commission based. Okay. And if you feel like well, commission isn't a reliable source of income. Well, either is your job. I mean, you might get that hourly pay. However, you know, we might have another government shutdown, and if you are one of those that were hurt last time, there's a possibility you're going to get hurt again. You know, if you get laid off, there's many people that get laid off. There goes your income. You know, they give you a severance pay for how many months or whatever it is, but that's it. When it's done, it's done. And a lot of people, they say, well, I'm looking for a remote job. This is not for me. Think about it, guys. You're not good at sales, but what do you have to do when you go to an interview? When you go to an interview, right? Interview you, and then you have the person, the interviewer, right? That hires you. What the hell do you think you're doing when you're in an interview? You're literally selling yourself on why they should hire you. So don't tell me that you're not good at sales, because every single job that you've gone to, every single job interview that you've showed up to, and you probably, hey, I get hired every time that I go to an interview. Good for you. You're a good salesperson. You're literally telling them, hey, to hire me because I can do this. I don't have a life. I can work on weekends. You're literally telling them what they want to hear. You are selling yourself. So when you tell me you're not a good salesperson, that you're looking for a remote job, when you go to a job interview, what the hell do you think interview means? What are your skills? Your experience? Oh, I'm great at customer service. You're selling yourself. You're selling yourself for a dollar amount. And it's up to this person, the hiring person, okay, if they like you enough. Because at the end of the day, it's either they like you enough or, you know, okay, I'm going to really do my job as an interviewer and I'm going to hire you because you do have the qualifications. Qualifications, okay? Learning how to sell something online is also a skill. But they want to know your skills, your experience, your background. You have to literally sit in a chair for how long they want you to sit in a chair, because you probably know if you sit in a chair for 5 minutes, they're not going to call you back. And sometimes you'll sit in that chair and you're pouring your heart out. I'm great. I'm awesome. Here are some referrals from people that know me and can, you know, they have to make their phone calls. And some places you don't have to sell yourself once or twice, but sometimes you have to do it 3 times. Sometimes you have to sell yourself 3 times. I've been to job interviews where I had to sell myself 3 times. I had to go to the interviewer. From the interviewer, I had to go to another person. And this was just for the call center. The call center that ended up removing that department that I told you guys earlier that fired or laid 20 of us off. I went through 3 interviews. And it was the most stressful thing that I've ever done in my life for $14 an hour. Working from either 11 to 11 or 7 to 7 or 9 to 9, because, you know, when we work in a call center inbound, those are the times you work, you know, from that time to that time, right? Which I always loved 11 to 11 because I got to sleep in a little bit and it wasn't too late to get off of work. I could still go like hang out or do whatever I wanted. I was in my early 20s. But I had to go to 3 interviews here. I had to sell myself 3 times to 3 different people who probably didn't even give a crap. And they're just like, you know what, the last lady was awesome, Anne. Shout out to Anne. I still talk to her. She's the one that ended up hiring me. But I had to go through 3. And we got laid off after she left the company. So I can't even get mad at her. I love her. But you sell yourself when you go into an interview. So you guys have to stop using that excuse and saying, I'm not a good salesperson, because you are a good salesperson when it's convenient for you, when you want to be, okay? So instead of trying to sell myself to another employer, an interviewer, I just hired myself. I invested what I needed to, which I promise you, it was literally less than $200. And I've been doing this for 7 years. I've made multiple six figures. I have not had a job since 2019, before the pandemic started. Because, go back. I quit my job in 2020. So I haven't had a job since 2020. Okay? So if I can do this, so can you. And for me, it just started off with just using the service. I initially signed up because, of course, I wanted to make extra income. But then when I was quarantined and I had nothing better to do, I couldn't go anywhere. I just, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and actually use the service and see if it works for me. Because I did need to fix my credit. And boom, I got that result paper from TransUnion that my student loans were removed, and that was it. I was a believer. Some people say that they need their belief check, whatever the amount is. That was my belief. That was my belief paper, that I removed my student loans and other items. And I went all in. I started posting about it. Hey, I have this program that teaches you how to fix your credit. I was able to remove this. I kept going live and showing that. I kid you not, my first year, I made like $8,000. But my following full year of doing this, I made $250,000. Just sharing the services and the product, not even building a team. Building the team came in between because people started coming to me and said, hey, I want to make money with you. I want to start sharing this with other people because it helped me too. So that's how I started building my team. But I literally grew my business just by simply talking about it on social media. And that's why I tell you guys all the time, talk about the service, talk about the product, because it helped me. That's how I got successful. I can't even go back to a job. They can't afford me. So go and do the stuff that I went through today. If you guys just hopped on, then you guys can watch the replay, and then just put #replay in the notes. I know that Facebook, after 30 days, they automatically they erase the lives. I don't know when they started to do that, but they do that now. But yeah, guys, I'm going to write it one more time and then I'm going to get off of this. I've been on here. I can continue with training. So when you build a business, let me go with you invest in a business, okay? It has to have a product or a service. If they do not have a product or a service, stay away from that company, because that is probably going to be a Ponzi scheme. If it's one of those companies where they say, well, you can just send envelopes and that's it, don't do that. That's a Ponzi scheme. Anything that does not offer a product or a service is a pyramid scheme, okay? Not an MLM. MLM is not a pyramid scheme. Everything, if you guys watch the first half of this training, you will see the comparisons of everything. Every business model is a pyramid, okay? It just really depends on which pyramid you want to be with, because you'll never be at the tippity top at your job as a CEO. Never. Okay? Unless you actually invest in a business, like that 32-year-old gentleman, he became the new CEO of Red Lobster and saved it from bankruptcy because of endless shrimp. But unless you do that, you will never be at that top rank. You will never be at the top of that pyramid. Okay, the only difference between my pyramid and your pyramid is that your CEO is here. This is a rank. I dictate how high of the rank I want to go. Here, you're an employee. They dictate how far you go. And you know what? Sometimes if you go any higher, I even get scared because I've seen it so many times. That's when they give you the door. When you get too high in a corporate pyramid, this is a corporate pyramid. All right, this is my little pyramid. I started as an associate in one of my companies. I am a CEO Infinity. That is my rank. My other rank at my other company is a senior director. Okay, I dictate my pay. I dictate the rank that I want to go to. Everyone starts as an associate. Here, everyone starts as an employee. They dictate your pay, your promotion, your how much they're going to give you, as a raise. That is the difference between mine and yours. I have control here. Over here, you do not have control. No control. All right? And like I said many times, as if you get a little bit higher, depending on where you are, you might be a threat, and then that's when they lead you out to the door. My last job, I loved my last job, but I would see people rotate in and out of that door every time they became a higher position. And that's just how it goes. That's how corporate America is. One of my friends works for one of the most popular computer software companies, and yearly they do like a mass laid off. And every single time, I don't know if he still works there, but every single year when it was like layoff day, he would freak out because they do that. They do a mass layoff. And that's BS, because you're going into work thinking everything is cool, or you're going into work stressful as hell because you don't know if it's going to be your time to be laid off. I've had jobs that I love, but the environment was so stressful. I would literally go home crying, and for 10 measly dollars. You would think that you're doing a good job at your position because everyone else is telling you you're doing a good job, and then then the owner calls you and he's chewing your ass off. That causes stress. That causes anxiety. I would never do this shit again. Okay? I want to say that network marketing, MLM, it definitely saved my life. I was able to keep my apartment. My dogs, I made some money, and then I blew up, all because I started to share a service and a product with other people, and I wanted to see how many people I can help, how many people need this service, how many people can use this product. Hey, it did this for this person, and I give tips online. It's not hard, guys. It really isn't. As long as you know exactly what you have to offer and you educate yourself in it, the service or product, and you believe in the service and the product. And if I ask you, hey, what is this service that you offer to people? What do you do? And you just talk about it, it's a conversation, you're already winning. Just if I were to ask you, where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you get those shorts? Hey, I love your shoes. Where'd you get them? I've worked in many places that was sales. I worked at Foot Locker, and that was just shoes. And I remember being 17 or 18 working at Foot Locker, and my manager told me she was really passionate about working at Foot Locker. I've never seen anyone so passionate working at a shoe store like this lady. And she told me, she looked at my feet and she goes, maybe not this paycheck coming up because you just started, but your next paycheck, you have to purchase a pair of shoes from here. And I said, why? And then she goes, because you are representing Foot Locker, you need to be using our shoes. So if someone asks you, where'd you get these shoes? You got them here, and you can tell them, how they feel and stuff like that. If you wear any type of other shoes that we do not sell at Foot Locker, they're going to go over there. And at the time I was young, I was 17 or 18, and I didn't understand. I thought she was crazy. Like, okay, I guess I'll get some shoes. But it made sense because I was working for a huge company, a shoe store company, and it only made sense for me to have their products, which are sneakers. I mean, now they have hats and everything like that. But, you know, if you're in uniform, the next thing they're going to see are your shoes. What are you wearing? And it makes sense now that I'm in sales as an adult, that I'm so passionate about what I do, because a simple pair of shoes, a conversation, if they were to say, you know, a prospect or a customer were to see that I'm wearing somebody else's shoes and they like them, they're going to go over there and not purchase from us. So that's why she wanted me to invest in a pair of shoes from Foot Locker, and it just makes sense now. You know, that's why when we go to our job, we either can't wear anything logo, or if you wear a uniform, it has the uniform logo of where you work at, because you're representing, you are a walking billboard for that company. The same thing goes here. The only difference is that I have an office. My job is at my house. My job is anywhere. As long as I have my phone and Wi-Fi, I can work. After this, I'm going to go message some more people that ask me for info on my prepaid service. So that's all it is. You talk about your service, you talk about your product, but you put it on social media for the world to see. Give people tips. Hey, this can help you like this. Hey, did you know that I learned this? So that's how simple it is, guys. I know that this looks like a hot mess if you guys just hopped on. That's why I suggest you watch it from the beginning. It's good info. And if you guys like this training, just let me know in the comments down below that you enjoyed it. And I'll do more trainings like this. Even if they are similar, being repetitive, it helps you guys also learn. But yeah, guys, if you are interested in working with me, I did put the link down here in the comments. You guys just go ahead and click on that link and check it out. If you have any questions, message me directly, same team, and then I will set up a Zoom call with you. We'll get on a Zoom call for a few minutes, and I'll see if this is something for you. If not, no worries. I always take referrals. And if it is, then join the team, you know, invest in your business, and then we'll get to work. You start making your commission. That's how it works. And yeah, let's continue to help more people. So I'm gonna get off of this. These markers are crazy. I got a marker everywhere, like a little kid. But yeah, guys, let me know if you guys enjoyed this, and I'll keep doing more trainings. I'll talk to you guys soon.